got long black hair.
Hello, everybody. That was Jeff Pitchell's Fat Cigar you were just listening to, and that means it's time for Not Just Blowing Smoke. Coming at you live from Twin Smoke Shop Studio headquarters here in Londonderry, New Hampshire.
Londonderry.
Be sure to subscribe to us wherever you're listening or watching so that you don't miss anything. I'm Pastor Patron. This is Nick O'T. That's David Confused. And
Hello,
we
everyone.
are your hosts for this epic podcast.
We are the hosts with the most.
The hosts with the mosts. And every week we review a cigar, we review a pipe tobacco, we pair it with something that you can get here in this 724 lounge.
Hopefully.
And we have, no, it's coming. It's good.
She's
We've
on
got
the
lots
way.
of conversation and everything, and it's a really good time.
Yeah.
And tonight, what we are smoking is something rather special. This is the Tatuaje 10th Capa Especial.
Ooh,
And
baby.
this is the Belle Encre size. These just dropped in the last week. The original release was in 2013 to celebrate the 10th anniversary of Tatuaje, hence the name, the 10th.
I was going to say
Right.
Miami.
And these cigars are produced at the My Father Cigars factory in Esteli, Nicaragua.
Big
In
surprise.
Esteli, Nicaragua, excuse me. The production of these was limited to 3,000 boxes. 20 cigars each.
Yep.
The other size was the Bon Chasseur,
Yes.
which is kind of like a Robusto Extra
Yep.
size. 3,000 of each of those. Ecuadorian Sumatra wrapper. The original one was a Habano.
Yep.
This is the Ecuadorian Sumatra, hence the Capa Especial. Anything tat that says Capa Especial has this Ecuadorian Sumatra wrapper on it. Nicaraguan binder filler, the same as the original. It's a Perfecto, as you can see there. 5 3/8 by 48 ring gauge. And
Wow.
I am going to light up. You guys have already lit up, so
I did
why don't
light
you,
up.
What's the original initial
original-
profile?
The original
Sweet.
profile.
Instantly sweet.
I mean, that's like run of the mill Tatuaje Capa Especial. You have 3 wrappers usually in most of his lines. You have 3 wrappers that he uses. He uses the one we're smoking here, which is the Capa Especial, which is the Sumatra wrapper. He uses a Connecticut broadleaf, which I love those, and then he uses the Habano, which is on your regular brown labels.
Right.
And those are fantastic. I bounce back and forth between the Capa Especial and the broadleaf. I mean, those two.
I love the Capa Especial.
the Capa Especial. I mean, for me, some just are kind of really wonky, and some
Wonky?
are, yeah, like they taste a little
Wonky?
on the weird side. I don't know why.
Weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. It's my palate. Everybody's different. But I had this earlier. I had to because, full disclosure, I've had nothing but trouble with these sizes from Tat, and it's like, it's a good cigar. It would be a little bit plugged, and it would be hard to draw on it. And I was like, you know what? I gotta at least have one in C if I'm gonna have trouble drawing on it. And I didn't, and I smoked it all the way through, and it was just absolutely delicious. So I'm very, very happy about this
Are
one.
you having a good draw on that too?
Yeah,
Very good.
very good, very good.
Dave, what about you? What's the draw on that? Are you having any issues with it?
Draw's a little tight, but I mean, this taste is crazy. It's like there's a little spice building up. It's very sweet.
Yeah, sweet spice is really nice. A little
Mild.
It's almost
Mild
like
herb.
a kind of a caramel sweetness,
Yeah,
right?
kind
Yeah.
of caramely,
Caramel kind of sweetness.
yeah, I
like
got
popcorn caramely.
Popcorn caramel. Interesting. I don't
Caramel popcorn.
Yes.
get caramel popcorn.
pop-
I don't get the caramel
Caramel
popcorn,
popcorn.
but there is definitely some really beautiful spice that is coming right along with that sweetness and
Yeah,
sweet
it's
joy.
on the
Sweet,
palate.
very light
and
and woody.
definitely in the retro, definitely woody too,
for sure.
which you kind of expect when you're burning leaves.
True.
Yeah.
A little cedar
some-
spice in there, a little cedar
Yeah.
sweetness too.
Mm-hmm.
That's very, very nice. So, pasta. Tell me
Yes.
why. Now I know they have the band and it says Tatuaje 10
Yep.
Miami. So I always thought that if the band says Miami, that's where they were made.
Yeah.
Is that
No,
No, that's true.
but it wasn't made in Miami.
This was not.
Well,
right?
But the brown label original sizes
Okay.
are all made in Miami.
Oh, all right. All 7 sizes, baby.
Yeah.
Now that we are on the subject of Tatuaje,
Yeah.
what's your favorite tat? Because, I mean, he has an unbelievable portfolio. I mean, he's got the
The one
blacks.
I haven't
He's got the
smoked yet.
kahunos. What?
the one I haven't smoked yet.
What's that?
I don't know. The next one that he comes out with that I smoke is my next favorite tat. That's like
Is
That's
this your
usually how
favorite?
it goes.
Everyone
Right now,
is your favorite.
everyone is. I love everything that Pete Johnson makes.
I mean,
I love it all.
Most of the stuff. I mean, even the surrogates, and those are really good. The one, my favorite right now that I keep having all of our customers get on is the 2003.
The 2003 Kahuna.
Yeah, that is just.
That was delicious.
That is
Yeah.
just. Oh, I
Great
mean,
cigar.
that is just probably one of my favorite cigars right now in his portfolio. Most of the time, I'm doing the Reserve Broadleaf.
Yeah.
That is my go-to. If I'm in a smoke shop, which I'm only in this smoke shop, but
But all the time.
all the time. But if I'm somewhere, say if I go on a trip and I'm in a humidor and I see
Twin
tat,
Smoke Shop is constantly in my rotation
yeah, of course
because
it is.
I work here.
Well, yeah, practically live here. But if I'm somewhere else and I see tat, it's the Reserve Broadleaf. The Reserve Broadleaf has never ever let me down. That is such a good smoke. Such a good smoke. And the one that I think that is probably maybe a unsung hero out of the whole portfolio is the Grand Kahuna. That is, I mean, obviously,
The 160 ring gauge
yes,
cigar that he makes.
and it's not even a full 60, isn't it?
It's like
Edgar told me, or Edgar has said that it's not a full 60. It's like a 57, 58.
58, I think.
Yeah, so I mean it's still a great cigar, but it is probably the least bought. Everybody gravitates now that we have the Veracruz Blues. Those are fantastic smokes.
Yep, those are some of my
The
favorites.
blacks, I mean, you're most of the guys that come in, a lot of them they gravitate towards the blacks. I mean,
Yeah.
those are fantastic too.
My favorite tat. You know,
See,
I love the
that's what
I love the Veracruz Blue. Either size.
Yes.
Love the Veracruz Blue, the 1 or the 2. The release he did a couple years ago of the La Raqueza,
Oh,
that was epic.
That's
one
a
of
good
the
one.
great limited
was that
editions.
the twisted ones?
no.
The La Raqueza.
It's the red label ones.
Yeah, box press cigar. That was dreamy.
It's
Still
very,
is.
very good, yeah.
We bought enough of them that we still have some of those.
Yes.
Oh, look at this.
Can she maneuver?
Oh, she can. Oh my, thank you so much.
Yes. You can give that one to Dave.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
going to say give it to you.
No.
Thanks.
Ladies first.
Mm-hmm.
I see what you did there, Nick. It's definitely yours.
Yeah, I just told you, baby.
That was, if you're watching, or listening, that was Alyssa, one of our bartenders, and she's bringing the drinks for us tonight. And what she's bringing around is a south of the border old fashioned, is what she's called.
This one's going to be interesting.
It's a old fashioned where the base, instead of it being bourbon, is tequila. And
Ooh.
I thought tequila would go great with the cigar and the pipe tobacco tonight.
Yeah.
Tequila just goes great with Virginias, and that's what we're smoking tonight. So when she brought it up, I said, you know what? It'll probably go great with the cigar. I know it will go great with the pipe tobacco.
Oh, for sure.
And we'll just leave it that way.
Here
And
we
she's-
go. She's sneaking by.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right.
Absolutely. Gentlemen, let's cheers.
Cheers.
Kids.
Here's to swimming with bow-legged women.
Oh, look at that. Cheers.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. There you go.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn, that's good. I'm going to need another.
Well, have another.
I'll
Thank
be
you, sir.
here all night, so I might have another myself.
Oh, damn, that's good. Oh, wow.
I actually think the citrus and the Sumatra wrapper complement each other really well.
Yeah, for
The
sure.
spicy kind of baker spice kind of sweetness of the Sumatra and the orange citrus in the drink really, I think, play off each other good.
Yeah.
First impressions.
That is quite delicious, if I say so myself.
Yeah, it looks good too.
I can't really wait until I get into the pipe tobacco. That's going to be interesting right there. So, I don't know, Dave, if you, well, that's the meme, but our dearest friend, Carl Weathers, has passed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was some,
I mean,
that was sudden.
It was.
he died in his sleep.
He died in his
He
sleep.
died in his sleep.
And no other explanation than that.
I mean, that guy went toe-to-toe with Ivan Drago, was side by side with Arnold Schwarzenegger in Predator. I mean, he even helped out Adam Sandler hit that ball, baby.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. And he was in the Mando.
Mandalorian.
And he was in the Mandalorian, baby.
Yep.
I mean,
Very, very well known.
I mean, all the Rocky movies.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. I mean, it's kind of surreal, to be honest with you, because he was a big figure, but it was kind of flying under the radar for a little while until he hit the Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, man, what a career that man has had.
Has his passing affected you?
A little bit, especially when I watch Predator. Dylan,
Did you watch it again?
I did.
You watched it again.
Son of a bitch.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, that was probably gotta be. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean,
The
all
original Predator movie was awesome.
the original one, and to think, the original monster was supposed to be Jean-Claude Van Damme.
And he wasn't supposed to have fishnet.
No,
No.
did you know that?
No.
So the original monster, everybody knows the Predator alien. Like that is stapled in, I mean,
Yeah.
cinema history. That will always be the Predator. But
There's the meme.
there was some sort of, so I watched, and you can look it up online. The costume was supposed to kind of be almost praying mantis like, had like the big head and the arms and stuff like that. And the person that they wanted to play the Predator, or that character, was Jean-Claude Van Damme. I think they filmed like
Could
half
you just see
the
the Predator doing a flying spin kick, like in a split in
Yeah,
the air?
that would be crazy.
Those big web spiky feet.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that'd be hilarious.
He was. I believe
Why
they
would
filmed.
you want Jean-Claude Van Damme to
I don't
be the
know.
Predator?
I mean,
other than the fact that he was another big muscle hero guy at the time.
but he wasn't at that time. I mean, I don't even know what movie he was coming off of at that time, but he didn't do Bloodsport or any of those movies. So I mean, that was the character that he was supposed to play, or the Predator, was all before all that stuff. So I mean, it was crazy because I watched a lot of that and I'm like, oh my god, that would have been so horrible. But they filmed, from my understanding, they filmed like half the movie, and then the director and the producers and Arnold Schwarzenegger had to call like another special effects company and say, hey, this is not working. We need to do something else. And they went back to the drawing board, and they already had different sketches of the Predator, and they changed it a little bit. And then they went into the physical special effects, and they found this guy. I forgot his name, but they found him, and he was 7'3".
Really?
The guy that played Predator in 1 and 2 with Danny Glover, and it was the same guy, and he was 7'3".
Jeez.
It was actually, he's in the movie. He's one of the co-pilots of the helicopter at the end.
Really?
The black guy.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's him. That's the Predator guy.
It's always the black guy.
It's always the black guy. But yeah, that was the original. That guy was 7'3",
Jeez.
and he played the Predator in the 1 and 2.
Well, they didn't want to add the fishnet because they thought it looked kind of like risque, made them look, like whatever.
I mean, it works.
Well, they explained it by that's what makes the
cloaking.
the cloaking, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the whole thing. I mean, I love Predator. I mean, I went into ever since that movie. I remember I had to go to the library to rent that movie on
Dude,
VHS.
Every time my parents had to leave and leave me home alone, they bring me to Blockbusters to get a movie. That's what I'd get.
Yeah.
Predator.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Carl Weathers movie?
Ooh. He's gonna say Mando.
He's gonna say
No. Probably Predator. Really, honestly, it's either that or Rocky, man.
I know.
It's that or Rocky. I mean, great in Mando. I'm not putting that down at all. But I mean, it wasn't like A-class performance. It wasn't like oh my God, Carl Weathers.
It was nice to have him in there.
It was great to have him in there. I mean, he did a great job. He added everything I wanted.
Rocky
to it.
1 and 2 would be my favorite.
But yeah,
Rocky tied. To me,
Predator
it's
is
like
just great.
one movie that was cut in half.
I think
that's kind of how I look at it.
That's true. Yeah, absolutely.
good.
I still, if it's gonna be one of the Rocky movies, it's gotta be 3 when he's going against I was gonna say Mr. T. Yeah, Mr. T. So when they go,
I pity the fool.
I pity the fool. So when he goes and he has to train in like the hood with
Carl Weathers,
Carl Weathers, and
Creed.
he gets back to it and stuff like that. That for me, I think that movie was really really good. And of course, I mean, the last one, or not the last one, but the last one that really counts was when he killed him. So when Drago killed him. So I mean,
I must break you.
if he dies, he dies. So I mean, that's probably. I mean, but Predator is probably gonna be one of my absolute favorites with Carl Weathers in it. I mean, that was just Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jesse Ventura, Carl Weathers. I mean, talk about a cast.
Yeah.
I mean,
So, funny fact: when he found out he was training for that movie Drago.
Yeah.
He had been just finished doing like one of those movies, like Conan type movies with that black female artist.
Yes.
All jacked, and she was a big partier, and
that was his wife, wasn't
it?
it?
Was his not at the time. That was
oh yeah, they later.
They just finished partying like an hour before. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. He gets a knock on the door, and they won't stop knocking. So he's just like, "What's going on?" And he gets up and he opens the door, and it's Arnold Schwarzenegger with the stogie in his mouth. He's like, "We have to go and exercise and then come to us. Let's go, do it now."
Oh yeah, man.
I was the guy who trained him for Rocky.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Well, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
He's there. He's
Sylvester-
there at 5 o'clock in the morning with a stogie in his mouth.
Well, yeah. Well, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone at that time in the 80s and the 90s, I mean, they were unbelievable competitors. They not hated each other, but I mean, Arnold has always said that, he would try to do, the biggest, guns or the biggest knives and the biggest action scenes because he wanted to be a little bit better and wanted to have that competition. I mean, without that competition, we wouldn't have the crazy movies that we've had in the 80s and the 90s with those guys. I mean, Rockies. I mean,
Terminators.
Commando.
Commando.
With Alyssa Milano. Come on. Jeez, man. And the way that because his commander wasn't it Rambo's commander as well, the colonel?
I think so.
It was the same colonel.
Same actor.
I think it was the same actor that was in Commando, which was, I mean, amazing. I was like,
What happened to Sonny? I let him go.
I let him go. Don't disturb my friend. He's dead tired.
Oh my gosh.
I can go all show, man.
Those bad lines. That's what
Bad lines. Hell no. I can't wait to say that shit on an airplane.
So
Be like, don't disturb my wife. She's dead tired.
In Terminator, he had an argument with the director about
James Cameron.
about I'll be back. Because
Oh yeah.
he wanted to say he thought it was more robotic for him to say I will be back But James was like, no, you're doing this, and he's like, no, it's not the right English, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And Cameron was like, he's like, are you the director? And he's like, no. He's like, well, I'm the director.
yeah.
This is how it's gonna go.
Yep.
And he was like, okay. And then he's like, I'll be back. Yeah. That was
Yes.
like the most biggest catchphrase that he ever had.
Yeah. Oh my
Can you
God.
imagine if he
that
said,
and get to the
I
chopper.
will be back?
Yeah. It would never be as
No.
Never be as
that
good.
and get to the chopper.
Right.
Was
Get to the chopper.
two
the
biggest
chopper.
two biggest lines he's ever had, man. Oh my God. What movie right there, man. And did you know
there is no bathroom?
there is no bathroom?
Yeah. Kindergarten Cop.
Oh,
There is no bathroom.
that's such a funny movie.
I love Kindergarten.
You know what movie I really love from Arnold Schwarzenegger? Twins. With him and Danny DeVito.
Do you know that they
Yes.
were smoking the cigars?
Oh, yeah.
Danny DeVito spiked them.
Yeah,
and
he did.
he got Schwarzenegger stoned.
Yeah,
and
he
was
put
like,
weed in
he
the-
was like-
in the cigar.
They
Weed in
smoked
the
this.
cigar?
Yeah,
smoked
he
the
put
cigar.
weed in the cigar.
And then they went to go shoot, and Schwarzenegger was like, he totally forgot his lines. He's like, what's my lines?
Yeah, he couldn't
couldn't
figure it
remember
out.
my lines.
He spiked it. Crazy. Did you know in T2, Sarah Connor, damn, I forgot her name, the actress there, she had her twin in that movie.
Yes.
So a lot of the double shots, like in the end where the Evil T-1000 was kind of took her form and it was both of them standing there, that was her twin sister. And then the one where she's taking out the chip or something like that in his
Yeah.
head, and
She
it's
was
the
mirror reflection.
Yes, that was the mirror. That was her twin sister that was in the mirror.
That's pretty awesome.
It is. I mean, they don't do that anymore. I mean, everything's CG. And don't get me wrong. I mean, Avatar is pretty damn good, and that was done all pretty much CG. But,
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, they don't do it like they used to, man.
All right. Alyssa is back.
Alyssa's back.
Alyssa's back, and she's looking for feedback. Yep. Come here. Sit down.
All right.
Alyssa's in the house.
All
In the
right. Hey, how you
house.
doing?
Hello. Enjoying the night. Enjoying the night.
Yep. This is Alyssa, one of our bartenders here at the 724 Lounge.
Oh, yeah.
And how long have you been here now?
Been here 3 months now.
3 months. Has it been 3 months already?
Yeah, we're creeping on
Oh
that.
my
Isn't
God.
that crazy?
That's amazing.
I know. I love it. I love it.
Mm-hmm. So how did you come up with this?
So when I was actually looking to get a new job, I've bartended in the past. I've done breweries. When I saw the ad come up for the 724 Lounge, I was really excited because I knew the kind of people who were going to come in here. You know, they weren't coming in to get a nice quality whiskey and just shoot it back to party. You know, they're here to really enjoy their friends, enjoy something of good quality, you know, a good quality smoke, a good quality bourbon whiskey. And I knew it was going to be a perfect crowd.
Sweet.
Yeah, yeah.
So what do you actually have in this drink?
So this,
Yeah, what's in the drink?
absolutely. So this is my south of the border old fashioned. So this is a tequila old fashioned, mostly tequila. I actually have some Grand Marnier in there as well.
Yeah, okay.
I have my sour mix that I fresh do, and then I shake that all up, throw it in here, and I threw a nice little bitter combination. We'll keep it fully secret, but we do some
it's
orange. We
undisclosed.
do some orange. We do some
Undisclosed bitter.
Angostura, but the
What kind of tequila?
ratios. I actually used Mi Campo,
Very nice.
and it's a nice, nice smooth drink. You still get to taste that tequila, but it's gonna get you a little warm and nice and complement the cigar well with that citrus.
Yeah.
I
The
love it.
wrapper on the cigar has kind of like a baker's spice kind of thing to it.
Perfect.
And it's got some natural sweetness. So the tequila and the citrus really complements it.
I love
And
that.
it brings out a lot of the sweetness in the cigar. So it's going very, very well. And I know it's going to go great with the pipe tobacco too.
Perfect. I'm
Yeah.
excited. I'm excited. Glad you guys are enjoying it.
Yeah.
Very much
Very
so.
good.
It's going really well.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be a new pairing in the 724 Lounge, baby.
You might,
We'll get
you
it
might,
there.
you might want to get started on making a second round because we're gonna finish them quick.
I absolutely will. I'll get that started for you guys.
Thank you, Alyssa.
Thank you.
Thank you. Very
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Yep.
That's what I'm here for, guys.
Mm-hmm.
All
That
right, all
reminds
right.
me of when Kendra used to come in and sit down for just a minute let us know what was in the drink and everything. And,
Kendra, if you're watching, we miss you.
mm-hmm.
Just want to let you know that.
Yep.
So
The potion master.
sausage rope.
Yeah, that was epic. Yep, she had no idea that was going to become probably the thing she was most famous for.
Sausage rope.
Saying sausage rope.
Oh my god,
goodness.
dude. So
But Alyssa's been great into
bye, Yvonne.
Cigars and pipes as well.
She's been into it. Yep. She's been
um,
getting into
So
it.
we might see her on the show at some future time. Don't be
Yeah.
surprised.
I mean,
for more than just a little visit.
we got to have another ladies' night. I
Mhm.
mean,
Yeah.
I think that is well overdue.
It's only
Talia
been
can
a
get
couple
on.
years now.
Yeah,
I mean-
Yvonne is very open to that.
Yep.
And I
Yvonne.
know Tequila Talia is as well.
Oh, absolutely.
We got a couple of Dunbarton girls now too.
Yep. And maybe we can get Michaela on here too
Yep.
if she's up
That
for
would
it.
be cool. Although I don't know that I don't know how much she smokes.
And at least I don't have to wear a wig.
Yes. I mean, maybe one of us would have to, kind of sit in and kind of guide the show. You know what I mean? Kind of keep it on track a little bit.
You're wanting to be under the table? Is that what you're saying?
I don't want to be under the table. I want to be maybe off camera, and I can kind of, I can be Jamie, like the Joe Rogan show. I can be the Jamie, right? Just kind of keep everybody on track.
Okay.
I can be the Jamie of the Not Just Blowing Smoke podcast.
So let's talk a little bit about what's going on at Twins.
Nothing.
All right. We've got
Right now.
Type Club coming up this Saturday, but we'll talk a little bit about that later
Yeah.
with the pipe tobacco.
With the pipe tobacco.
We have the Super Bowl party coming up this Sunday.
Sunday.
Sunday, baby.
6:30. Or
6 o'clock.
sorry.
Well, the
Game's
party
at 6.
starts at 6.
Yeah.
Party starts at 6 here in the lounge. $50. There's going to be, we'll guarantee you a seat. You're going to get food with that, free food with that, free 724 cigar of your choice. We're going to have several different options for you.
Yep.
So if you like lighter,
you.
you like darker.
Who's working
you can
that? Because on the weekends, just me and Pat. Who's working that?
There's going to be it's going to be a full thing, with that. Tyler will be here.
Okay. All right.
Some of the other bartenders will be here. Sean, I believe, is planning to be here, so it should be a really good time.
Maybe I'll be here.
Kurt will
it's gonna
probably be here
good.
too.
You can come in too, and just enjoy the lounge, but you're not going to be guaranteed a seat. So the $50 kind of gets you a seat,
Guaranteed.
and then there's free food with that. There's a free cigar with that. There's going to be drink specials that'll be available for everybody.
Booyah.
So that's going to be a really good time. 6 o'clock this Sunday, February 11th. And then all month long, we've got the 724 promotion going on. Leap into 2024 with 724.
Absolutely.
And Kurt has bumped everything up a notch. He had a couple of guitars made for him out of cigar boxes.
724
cigars.
cigar boxes. Yes.
But they are not like some dweeb's work. These
are professionally done. Gorgeous.
Professional by a company, CB Giddy, which is based here in New Hampshire, and they make professional grade guitars out of these cigar boxes.
Nice.
They're fully usable. They work. Plug them in. Use them in your, the whole 9 yards. I mean, these guitars sell for $400 or $500. They're not. When you get one of these things, you're getting something really cool.
Yeah.
And if you buy
And one of a kind.
and one of a kind, and we're going to be giving away one of these guitars. They're on display here at Twins, and so you'll get to choose which one you want. Again, very nice. Do you like darker colors? Do you like lighter colors? You want, do you like the 1874? Do you like the Hustler? Whatever brand you like, whatever size, color, you're going to get to pick what would be cool for you.
I was hoping one of them would be a bass, but
And
That would be you would have to do that out of a Gagger box or something.
well, whatever.
but
2 Gagger boxes put together to do that.
if you buy 8 cigars,
You do it.
you get a ticket. If you buy a box of cigars, you get 5 tickets. The tickets are going to be drawn the night of Thursday, the 29th, which only happens once every 4 years in February, right? And so the drawing will be that night for the guitar, and then there's other specials that are going on with 724 throughout the whole month as well. For every 4 cigars you buy, you're going to get an original Toro free. If you buy a box, you get a special 5-pack free.
Yep.
If you buy 2 boxes, you get 2 5-packs and a 10-count travel humidor to put everything in.
Yes, sir.
If you buy 3 boxes,
That's the big boy.
that's the big boy. You get the 2 5-packs, 10 cigars, free. You get a 30-count travel humidor, free. That's like $175 right there.
Yep.
Then you get put into a small group of people that are going to get to have a VIP pairing experience with Kurt up here at the 724 Lounge after the event on Thursday, the 29th at 6 o'clock. He's going to pull some epic 724 cigars out of his vault and some spirits out of his vault that you have probably never seen before
Or experienced.
I mean,
True.
when we had our Christmas, toast here, something he does every Christmas year, 1963 Crown Royal. You may think, oh, Crown Royal. Look, back in 1963,
That's when it
Crown
was good.
Royal was awesome stuff. And so when you're doing something that's older than
And it's
any of
still
us,
awesome.
and it
Well,
was
so-
still
I mean,
awesome, still flavorful. Oh
Still
my
very
gosh.
good.
Very, very, very good.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So this is going to be an unrepeatable, amazing experience with Kurt. Just a small group of people in the 724 Lounge. It's going to be great. All that's going on all month long. Fantastic stuff. So that's what's going on here at Twins this month.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. How are we liking the cigar? You
think
guys
it's
are
really
about
good.
halfway done.
I mean, damn.
Wow,
I mean,
I'm like
cigar's
almost.
good.
You guys are.
Cigars are what?
I'm already. Like,
I've been talking. That's
I've been
my
talking a
problem.
little bit too, but
Yeah,
I mean,
damn.
mine's still bigger than yours, Dave. Just want to let you know that. If you didn't know, now you know.
Oh
brother.
well, that's fine. You're slow. Yeah.
Usually, I know.
Yeah,
Sometimes you gotta
yeah,
take your time.
Now, you're the green egg.
I'm not the green egg.
Yep. Slow smoker.
Green eggs and ham over here.
What are you thinking of the cigar still? Is it still smoking good, burning good?
Burning fantastic.
The burn has been fantastic.
I mean,
No touch ups. No
come
bad
on.
stuff.
I mean, we're talking
What?
about
What, Nick?
Pete Johnson. We're talking about Don Pepin. I mean, come on now. Come on. Come on, man. Don't make me Joe Biden you.
Oh, what? What are you going to snitch me?
Those cedar woody
I
notes.
ain't not sniffing you at all.
Those cedar woody notes, that spice,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
been building up to me.
It has, yeah.
as
the
the
spices
cigar has
too,
been going on. And, it's still, I'd say a straight medium-bodied cigar.
Yeah.
There's nothing super strong about this, but the flavor has been building up. The
Yeah.
spices have been building up, and that's really nice. I'm liking having the flavor kind of ramp up as it goes, and it's a perfecto that you kind of expect.
You expect that, yeah.
That's the whole point of the perfecto, is that it changes as things move up the cigar.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
I'm getting more spice now in replace of that sweetness. That sweetness is kind of toned
That's
down a little
true.
bit.
The sweetness is going.
Yep. It's kind of taking a little bit of backseat, and that spice is just. Rawr.
Now, how do you think that's going along with the south of the border old fashioned?
What old fashioned?
I don't know. I know. I don't know what old fashioned.
I mean, it's
I
damn
thought
good.
I thought it was an okay pairing. I feel like the old fashioned. For me, I don't know if it was the draw in my cigar, but I wasn't getting a lot from the cigar. So the pairing for me was the drink was definitely overpowering the smoke for me. But I think it was because my cigar had a tight draw.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you?
I thought it was pretty good. In the beginning, the pairing was perfect. I mean, with the sweetness and everything. Now that I'm getting more spice than I am sweetness, it's kind of a little bit of a weird pairing. It's a very good drink. I have nothing, all the props in the world to Alyssa to make that drink and to make it with tequila is delicious. But it does change a little bit. It's kind of weird because you get the cigars changing a little bit. Maybe with the other size, with the Robusto, it'll be more consistent.
Yeah.
And it'll be a little bit like a more of a on the nose pairing. This one's on the nose. This one, I'd say I'd give it an 8.
An 8.
I'd give it an 8.
All right.
I know we're not just blowing smoke. We don't do any of that.
Oh, we just did.
We don't do any of that rating stuff. But I mean,
thumbs up.
I'd give it an 8. I'd give it an 8.
Very good. All right. Let's switch over to our pipe tobacco. We do want to get out of here at some point tonight.
Do we?
No, well, we're taking our time. We're having fun.
Yeah, man.
You know?
That's what it's all about.
Bum, bum. Okay.
You put your right foot in. You put your right.
All right, that's enough.
Sorry.
Yeah. So what we are smoking tonight is, where did the tin go? Can you hand me the tin?
Tobacco.
Or hold up the tin. All right. That is Cornell and Deal's House Reserve. House Reserve. Yeah. See if you can still get up. House Reserve is a series of tobacco that Cornell and Deal makes just for brick and mortar stores. It's not sold on lines. It's not sold through smoking pipes or pipes and cigars. It's only available through brick and mortar stores that have accounts with Cornell and Deal.
Yes.
All right, and we have one. And from the tin, this particular one says, our tribute to dedicated brick and mortar tobacconists, House Reserve Fall 2022 offers a familiar, inviting aroma right out of the tin. Stoved and unstoved red and bright Virginias are carefully blended, cased, pressed, and sliced to create this old school flake tobacco, a special selection for the tobacco.
Oh, yeah.
The red Virginias are stoved. The bright Virginias are not. The casing, it's just like some sweet, some water. I mean, you got to add some moisture to the tobacco to get it to press and get into the cake so that you can cut it into the flake. But it's, the casing is not like, there's no rum. There's no special flavors or anything like that. So,
in the words of the great Pat Chamberlain, umami. Definitely umami, and I can't believe I just said that. Usually I don't.
Umami.
Umami. I mean, with the drink and the pipe tobacco.
Really?
Excuse me. a little bit in my throat.
It's a choking good time.
It's damn good with the drink, though, huh?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Where's Alyssa? Hope she's making another.
Is she? I hope so.
Oh yeah. I mean, that sweetness with the Virginias. It's.
This is going to be
umami.
perfect with the pipe tobacco. That's what I'm.
Oh yeah. That pairs way
Because you've
better.
got the bright Virginias have that kind of citrusy bit to them. The dark Virginias, the red Virginias have that sweet, dark stewed fruit sweetness. Both of those go very well with tequila in general.
Man.
So you add tequila, you add orange, you're going to be really complimenting this, I believe.
I mean, this is on point. This is better than the first pairing, man. Holy mother of Jesus. We got a hell of a crew up here at the 724 Lounge, man.
We're
Levi,
very lucky to have that little girl. Yep.
I mean, she's a firecracker if I haven't seen one, man.
Doesn't take crap either. That's good.
That's good, man.
Yep.
That's what we need, man. That's it. Man, it's good. Oh, my God. So, Danny, I was reading the tin, right?
Yeah. You were reading the tin?
I was reading the tin. I do read.
Wow.
Sometimes on occasion.
Usually picture books.
Mostly. Mostly.
Anime and comics.
Mostly. And it says stoved and unstoved. Red and bright Virginias.
Yes.
So, for myself, I know a little bit about that, and maybe some of our viewers or listeners don't really, kind of know what that is. Can you kind of give us a little bit of education on stoved and unstoved?
And basically, it means this.
They just put it in a skillet and then just like on the stove.
They stove it.
They're baked.
Yeah.
They're baked,
Yeah.
is what that means. And, you see that with, like, for instance, the Black Irish X.
Yeah.
It's black. The tobacco looks black because it's been baked and steamed. And so those reds get all dark, and it brings out the sugar content that's naturally there in the leaf. The unstoved basically means it was flue cured,
Yep.
and that was it.
Okay.
Okay, so but putting those both together, you've got these dark, really dark undertones, and these really, brighter kind of flavors that are more citrusy, more hay-like, that really meld together and give you a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah. I mean, damn. Tobacco's good.
It's sauce for your palate.
Sauce for your palate.
Yeah, and one of the reasons we're smoking this is, well, there's several reasons. One,
We're
there's
addicts.
kind of this running theme over the last 5.5, 6 years we've been doing this, of doing aged tobaccos and how tobacco, ages over time and how it changes, how the blend performs. This is now almost exactly 2 years old. It would be, 2 years in March. That's the last time this particular blend, the Virginia blend of House Reserve, was released. We still have a number of tins here.
Really?
Yeah.
We
Oh,
still
we're
have
sold out.
we still have some. I love being able to provide these limited blends for longer periods of time. It's one of the things that I think has made our pipe department.
I mean, it
something
goes
to keep for people to keep coming back to, because we're able to, because of the relationship we have with Laudisi, we're able to get more than most stores are able to. And this is one of the tobaccos we're going to be smoking this Saturday at our pipe club. We do a pipe club the second Saturday of every month here at Twins. Usually happens downstairs in the retail area. 15, 20, 25, sometimes 30 people.
Yep.
It's a big age range too. It is, people in their 20s, people in their 70s, men, women.
Except for children.
There's no
don't-
children.
we
There's
don't-
nobody under
We
21.
don't condone that.
But it is a good mix of people, and it's always a really, really good time. And we're showcasing this along with the 3 different Toscano tobaccos that were just released last week.
Which are fantastic, by the
We
way.
smoked one of them last week on the podcast.
2 of us did.
Yeah.
Well, you did, just not the one that we were smoking.
There's Sinfonia, which we did. Then there's Concerto and Allegra.
Which I did.
Allegro,
Yes.
which and all 3 of those are going to be showcased there, along with this and the other House Reserve that they make, which is a burley blend with a kind of a plummy, rummy kind of topping on it.
Yeah.
And it was really kind of designed to give that kind of quintessential 50s, 60s kind of flavor to a flake, old school flake kind of stuff. You pop a tin of that and you're like, if you've ever been in a tobacco shop in the 70s or 80s, that's exactly what it smells
Just
like.
travel to Boston. Just travel to Boston and go to Paredes.
Mhm.
I mean, you'll get that smell right there.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking
And-
of which, we need to try to get that guy on the show.
Ready?
Yeah, man. Well,
Steve?
it's not Paredi. Is
Yeah.
it? Is it Steve? What's his last name?
I can't remember what Steve's last
I don't know.
name is.
Steve, if you're watching, or if anybody's watching that is in direct contact with that gentleman, you need to tell him the boys from Not Just Blowing Smoke want to have him on here.
That would be a fun show.
That would be an all pipe show.
Let's go to Boston, guys.
I'm down, dude. I'm down. You guys want to go to Boston?
At some point, we have to do a show from my house.
I mean, we'll call the hacks. They got the limo. They got the limo. We could drive down there, right? We could drive down there, and we can do the podcast right out of the limo. I think that'll be pretty
We
cool.
still have to do a podcast at 6:03.
Yeah, we got to get that.
too.
We gotta
I
call
think-
Dan. Dan hasn't been on here for a long time.
Yeah.
Usually
No.
it was like every 3 months we'd have
Yeah.
Dan on there.
Well, ironically, I talked with Dan today,
Mm.
asking him about that, and he's actually thinking about coming on next week.
On
God,
Monday,
yes.
yeah, baby.
Can we do it? Tell him we'll go to his place.
Well, we can't smoke at his place. It's
That's
the middle
true.
of winter.
I mean, we
Oh yeah,
could.
that's right. Yeah.
I mean, we can be outside.
No,
I mean,
I'm good. We already had a piece of
Yeah,
that last year. Remember?
God.
I'm all set.
that was
in June.
that was horrible. I mean, it was 40 degrees out, rain, wind. It was, oh my
Miserable.
God. I dressed for 60
No,
degree
the
weather.
weather was supposed to change.
I dressed
Yeah.
for 60-degree weather, and it was not cool, man.
No.
Love Dan because, I mean, he supported us, and he,
Yeah, he
you know,
took care of us.
He took care of us,
Yep.
and loved the guy. I mean, to death.
Food was on the house. He got his
Yeah,
bed. It was
unbelievable venue.
Uh-huh.
His building, unbelievable. I mean, if you guys ever are in the area, 603 Brewery in Londonderry, right behind the Market Basket
great. I want to
Plaza.
do that again this year, by the way.
Yeah.
We got to make sure that the weather's good, though.
I don't care. I'll do it again. I don't care if it's raining. I'll do it again.
I'll make sure that
Just
I
be prepared this
yeah.
time.
Well, it
Have-
was supposed to be
have-
nice. And it
have
was
a park-
raining.
I know. Everybody said they was going to
Oh.
end at 12.
It did
and it
not.
just didn't. It just continued to be
continued.
absolutely miserable.
Oh God. So, but yeah. So, I heard through the grapevine,
Yeah.
and I'm not even sure if I should be saying this right now because I
Then you
think
probably shouldn't.
I'm gonna say it anyways. Because we're not just blowing smoke, and we
Oh
bring you.
my
so
God.
now we're
We
going to
bring
be
you.
not just
We
blowing
bring you.
smoke.
We
We're going
bring
to be
you.
blowing smoke.
We're gonna be blowing smoke. So, the Chamberlain Esquire,
Mm-hmm.
formerly known as Pat,
Patricia.
Patricia, him and Dan have been concocting a brew,
Yes.
and from my understanding, they're going to release it on Super Bowl Sunday.
That is my understanding,
That
yes.
is my understanding as well.
Well, I'm definitely coming here.
And it's a stout, so it's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be quite the full body. Majority of our patrons here at 724 Lounge love their stouts, so it's gonna be a stout.
I
and they're
just
gonna
love
be,
their beer. All of it.
Yeah,
all
I
good.
mean, we had them on the show. I mean, I constantly, when I go out, I constantly look for mitts. I mean, that stuff. If you guys at home ever are in the area, make sure you get some mitts because the mitts are the mitts.
Not mints.
Mitts.
Mitts.
M-I-T.
Well,
M-I-T-Z.
If I may be so bold as to say,
Go.
that will probably be the beer we have Monday.
That'd be awesome.
It's called Lounge Cruiser.
Ooh.
724 Lounge Cruiser. It's a collaboration between 603 and 724 and Twins, and we've been working on it. It's a beer that has been specifically brewed to pair well with cigars. So
There's first, probably.
it's going to be epic. I'm looking forward to that. Pat, as we all I think agree, has an incredible palate.
Oh, yeah.
And so, they smoked a number of different kinds of cigars, and then, drank a lot of different
A
beers.
lot of beers.
Here we want this flavor, we want this, we want that, and they're very, very happy with it.
Oh,
and,
my gosh. I think she thinks I was kidding about the second round, but we really need one.
So
It's okay.
that's gonna be really, really good. It's gonna be good.
That's
So
gonna
we
be-
should probably have Dan with us
On Monday.
on Monday, and he'll probably bring. Normally, when Dan comes on, it's like a beer fest.
Have a
It is-
four-pack, you have a
Let's-
four-pack.
let's-
Everybody gets
It's
a four-pack.
nice. I'll tell you right now.
He's like
It
the
is
Oprah
re-
Winfrey of beer.
Yeah, oh God, just needs the wig and the glasses.
And the
Um,
color.
So I mean,
Yeah, Dan's pretty white.
Yep.
like when
Like
he
me.
comes on, I mean, it is.
If you didn't know, listeners.
I mean, the last time we had a beer for cleansing our palate, and then he went through the whole shebang, which was like 4 other beers, and we ended with the mitts, and it was just fantastic.
Awesome.
Dude, how long ago was that? I feel like that was
It's
like
been several months.
Last year,
well,
because I was
know
back at
but
that
was
point.
like,
I was
it
from
had
the
to
jail.
be like 6 months ago.
No, it had to be.
It was in the fall.
It wasn't in the fall.
That's like 6 months ago.
Was it? I thought it was longer than that. I don't know. We'll have
Anyway,
to replay it.
It was a really good time. Let me ask you guys a question.
Oh,
Question time.
No.
Yes.
I, was doing my laundry.
Oh, were you?
Wow.
Your
Yeah,
wife wasn't
I
doing
typically
it?
do-
In
no,
the estrogen
I do
palace,
my
you
own-
were doing the laundry?
I do my own laundry.
Wow.
It's
Okay.
one of the things. I do my own laundry.
I do
I
our
don't want other
laundry.
people. I don't want the other. I live
I
in the
do my
estrogen
laundry.
palace. I don't want the other women touching my stuff. So I do my laundry. And as I was pulling stuff out of the washing machine, I heard something rattling around.
Oh, was there some coins?
Oh, your
the
pipe.
pipe.
It was this little baby, my Devil Ants from Moonshine Pipes.
Purified.
And so I was like, oh my gosh. And I looked at it and I'm like, well, it looks like some of the stains come off, but it still looked all right. And I let it, sit out,
So
dry out.
does it smell like gain? Or are you like
No, no, nothing like that. Nothing like that.
the commercials? You know what I
clean
mean?
it out. That's
So
like-
they're hiding under the towels. Like
Nick was like, well, Dan, at least it's clean. Oh,
Yeah, it's
so,
clean.
It's
gonna have to break it
I've
in
been
again.
smoking it tonight, and
Is
I'm
it
thinking I'm
soapy?
gonna have to. Nope, I'm not getting any of that. So the pipe's working great, no problem. But that is the first time in 20-something years, 25 years of smoking pipes that, or and cigars, where I have.
Alyssa cometh.
God bless.
God
God-
bless
God-
Alyssa.
God
God
bless
this
you.
episode-
Alyssa.
It's dedicated to Alyssa.
Absolutely.
Oh, look
We're
at
gonna
this.
we're gonna have to tip her.
Okay, this
Yep.
time you're first.
Oh, all right. We're gonna have
Yep.
to tip her.
The purple-haired pixie of twins.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep. So still smoking good, but in 25
Oh,
years,
Jesus.
I have never had that happen to me. I have never had a pipe or a cigar
Never washed your
go
pipe.
through the laundry. And so the question is, have you guys ever done something with, pipe, cigar, lighter, whether it's laundry
This
or
been through
leaving
the
it out?
laundry. Let's see. This been through the laundry. This been through the laundry. This has been through the laundry.
Agility dog going through that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
I have not put any of my pipes through the laundry because
What's the worst thing that's happened to one of your pipes because of
I ran it over.
you ran it over?
The 320 Gator. Was it 320 Gator?
No, it was a camo.
Oh, the 320 camo.
320 camo.
The
yep.
320 camo, I ran it over, unfortunately. It fell out of my bag, and I ran it over in the dirt. And then, was it the next day that you guys retrieved it? Mm-hmm. It was the next day, and then, I had to clean it out. And then I smoked it, and I'm like, I'm a little dirty.
You should be happy it didn't break.
Well, it's Savinelli.
Well, it's Savinelli.
It's Savinelli.
It's Savinelli.
I have to tell you, I was impressed
Do you have
with
any
the
Grey
fact that there was
Poupon?
nothing wrong with the pipe. Took the stem out. I mean, other than it looking obviously a lot whiter than it.
I mean, did you let it dry out?
Yeah.
The dryer absorbs,
Yeah, I let it dry out, but figured if I want to get it black again, I should start smoking it.
Gotta smoke it, baby.
Start getting that patina.
Now
Now
once
I
you go
can't- Now I
black,
can't count on the stain. Now I have to stain it myself.
you know what they say. Once you go black,
What did they say?
you really don't go back.
I have so many other things I want to say right now, but I don't want to be canceled tomorrow. So,
It's okay. Who's gonna cancel us? YouTube? Come on now,
Now that you guys have gotten refreshed up,
Zuckerberg. Come on
how-
now.
how do you think the
Oh,
cocktail is going with pipe
Zuckerberg could
tobacco?
cancel Bad Breath, man. That guy's
What?
Dude.
what? Zuckerberg, what? Bad breath? What?
He couldn't cancel bad breath. He couldn't do anything. Guys,
Not now. You seen
His
the?
tool.
Did you see the congressional hearings?
I'm very sorry
Oh my God, dude.
For
I
all-
mean, if he,
everything I had no control over. I'm very
if
sorry.
Congress didn't get at him, he wouldn't have stood up and apologized.
Dude,
to
he
the
didn't have
parents.
no reason to apologize. You know whose fault that was?
Whose?
The parents.
No,
It's
no,
the
no,
freaking
sir.
parents, man.
No, no, no.
Parents. If you are
Don't-
half a parent,
don't-
all right,
let's
you
not
don't,
do
you
this
don't,
now.
no, they have parental
not do
controls
this.
and like everything. If you are not a parent enough to be
Dave.
there for your child and press a button to
Dave.
say no or I disapprove and
No,
stuff like this,
that's not just that
no.
simple, bro.
Yeah, it is.
You
You,
know
don't
it's
let
not.
them on there until they're like 16,
You know it's
18,
not,
man.
Dave. You know it's
Yeah,
not that
that's-
simple,
It
bro.
is that simple.
Let's not go there.
It is. It
Not
is.
go there.
It's parents' fault. Sorry, I don't care.
It's not the parents'
Okay, it's
fault.
not his
What
fault.
is going on that he
Not
was
his
in
fault.
Congress? I have.
He had
no-
they were talking about the
Kids
policy.
saw and heard inappropriate stuff
What?
online.
What?
When was this?
This
What?
is what I'm talking about. That's all it is. Kids are going
Inappropriate stuff.
Kids are being fucking, abused and trafficked and like all this stuff because of Facebook. Whose fault is that? The parents who gave them the freaking phone. Parents who
But
gave
it's
them the tablet.
Facebook's-
Don't install it. You know what I mean?
Broski.
This is the internet. It's unfiltered. It is the world
But it
of
is an app.
humanity in your face.
It's not the dark web we're talking about here,
It's
though.
not his responsibility.
It's his
to-
responsibility
no,
to
absolutely
control
not.
that stuff,
No, he
dude.
can't. That's an impossible task.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Dude, he has a team.
Have
Bro,
you ever heard
don't
of
get me
hackers?
started.
Do you know that people that work for him that are actually in the dark web?
I don't
Like,
want to
this-
do.
This is what
I
I'm
don't
talking
want to
about.
do this on the show.
He has a certain
We
amount
can
of
sit down with the
He
hacks
has a
and do
certain
this.
amount of responsibility.
A certain amount of
a certain
responsibility?
like everybody does. You have to put in notices. You have to have a help center. You have to have tips and tricks and don't do this and be aware
Tips
of
and
that.
tricks.
And he's done all that. And the fact that there are parents here that are want their kid to be raised by Facebook instead of themselves. I'm sorry, man. Nope, I don't agree with it.
Come
Parents'
on,
fault.
broski.
Parents' fault.
So, in your
Parents'
opinion, he's done his due diligence,
I believe so.
He
and
has
it's
not.
the parents' problem that
Because
they're
with
letting their
my
kids go
children,
on.
they don't get to see anything but they're all in their 20s now. But when they were children, anytime someone would try to interact with them or be a friend request, I would get a notification on my phone and I would have to approve it. So if the parents did not do that, they didn't set it up, they didn't pay attention, they didn't do their due diligence. And that's what they're whining about. I'm sorry, it is a parent's job to protect their children.
I agree with
It
you.
is not Mark's.
I agree with you with that. But there's some things that are going on Facebook.
Yes,
man,
there
that-
is, and that's
that
out
I-
of his control.
That is not out of his control. That's his fucking company. What? What?
Okay,
What?
so is it
So
is
he's
it,
out of
is it
control, it's
Steak's
not his
job
company?
that people use guns to kill people?
What?
That's what you're saying.
Say
That's
that
you
again, say
saying
that again.
blame.
I didn't hear what you said.
Let's get rid of all the guns because it's the gun company's problem.
No, it's not.
Yes,
It's
that's
just a tool.
exactly it. It's just
Absolutely
a tool. So
not.
is Facebook. It's
Absolutely
just a
not.
tool, and it can be misused and it can be abused, just like everything else. I'm sorry. It's same thing, same argument.
Ooh, I
Absolutely
think
not.
we're gonna leave it there. Danny.
Absolutely not.
I would leave it there.
Guns don't kill people.
You never know
People
what you're
kill
going to
people.
hear on Not Just Blowing Smoke.
True.
That's it. I'm sorry.
We'll go on to hacks to continue this debate, David.
Does it
So-
suck what happened to those kids? Yes.
Well, they died. That absolutely sucked.
Dave, you said this was one of your favorite tobaccos. Mm-hmm. Why is it one of your favorites?
3 words. Virginia, Virginia, Virginia.
That's one word said 3 times.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. Zuckerberg.
Don't go there, dude.
Oh, my gosh.
I'll break that fucking keyboard over your head.
Oh, whatever.
Oh,
it
come
up.
on. Quit. This is a PG-13. We don't
Is it
do-
PG-13?
We're not dropping F-bombs.
I'm sorry. Were
here.
you bullied on Facebook? Is that what this is all
I'm
about?
not even
You're-
on Facebook.
All
I'm not
right.
on
See,
Facebook,
because you
I'm
know
not
better.
either.
All right. So there we go. You don't have to worry about any of this stuff.
I don't.
No,
Thank God.
see, there you go. You're responsible.
suppose. I guess so.
Can't handle the heat. Stay out of the kitchen, man.
We want people on Facebook. We're streaming on Facebook.
No, we're not. We're only
No,
on
we're not?
YouTube. We haven't
We're
been on
only on
Facebook
YouTube?
for a long time because our internet sucks.
Yeah. Well, hopefully,
Good.
hopefully that's changing. We've been in some talks with Comcast, so hopefully things are gonna take a big step.
We've been
up
in
here.
ongoing negotiations with Comcast.
Hey,
Well,
we
no,
can-
I
we can-
actually have a letter from them. So
we can have
About
we
what
can have an upload and download speed like NASA, and it still won't matter. I don't care because they're not going to do the change that we could. We have enough bandwidth to do it. The problem is we need someone that works for Twins to set up the routers correctly. That's not Comcast's job. They will never help. Sorry. It's not their job.
I suppose it's not. Looks like you might
It's our
have
parents' job.
to.
Kurt.
Don't get me.
oh boy.
Don't get it started.
All right.
We must move on.
Mm-hmm.
The show must go on.
The show is.
I love you,
moving
brother.
I love you too, kid.
on. All right. Do we have anything else to say about this tonight?
I mean, this is a little bit better pairing than the cigar. Nothing against the cigar.
No, nothing against the cigar.
Tatuaje makes some unbelievable cigars, some of the best in the world. I mean, but this, if I gave that an 8, this is a 9.5.
Yeah, the pairing with this is phenomenal.
Yeah, it is. It's great.
Do you have a 10 pairing?
Oh, man. I would probably have to watch the last 6 seasons of Not Just Blowing Smoke to see what I had. I mean, I think...
feel like our best pairings
Yeah.
were mostly in the first year.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we were pretty new to the whole game. Like, Danny wasn't, well, as far as podcast is concerned, Danny was kind of in the game for a little bit. He was in that other show.
Yeah.
I was on the Hacks, and I was also on the Cold Draw as well. We didn't go into detail as far as pairings and stuff like that. We had drinks and everything, and we got mostly sloshed in those episodes. But, I mean, I would probably have to say the episode where we did Glenfiddich 21. I mean, that's the one that sticks out for me. I mean, that was an unbelievable drink. I mean, you could have had a turd rolled up in the shittiest broadleaf, and it probably would have been a good pairing. But, I mean, and we didn't. We had a really good cigar. I can't remember it at this time. But I think the 2 episodes that are very memorable for me.
That was pre-video. So
Yeah, that was
have to
pre-video.
listen to it.
Yeah.
We'd have to listen to
We
it
had-
just to
so-
find out. We have no crawler to go by.
No, so the 2 ones that stand out to me the most are that episode with the Glenfiddich 21 and the one we did with Steve with the LFD,
The old-fashioned.
the LFD
Oh, no,
double
it was-
Ajero chisel.
It was the.
He
no,
brought
not
some
that
age
one.
stuff. That cigar was like what, from 2008 or something like that?
There was that, and didn't we have the 10 Russians with that too?
Yes.
Isn't that what we had for the pipe tobacco? And we had that
penicillin one.
The penicillin.
Oh,
That was with the penicillin.
That was with the penicillin.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That
That was epic. It was the first time.
that was incredible.
What happened
all
to
of
that
us
guy?
said-
He went to another company and then
He's repping wine now, from my understanding. Good for him. I mean, Steve is an incredible person.
another incredible palate person.
Yeah.
I mean, his knowledge on cigars. I mean, you talk about a cigar geek. I mean, he is the pinnacle of that person. I mean, Steve, if you're out there watching or listening, man, we love you. Come back. Bring some wine. You know what? We'll have a wine episode, brother. I
Yeah,
mean,
we'll call it the
cigars
wino.
go great with wine.
Yep.
Whining with Steve.
Whining with Steve. Steve, somebody call him. We can get him on the line. But yeah, I mean, that guy, Steve, great person. But I mean, the knowledge cigar geek to the fullest extent. I mean, he knew everything about cigars, and the chisel that he brought that time was just incredible. And the thing that we did where we punched the bottom and the top, and then we
clipped them.
pinched it. I mean, that was incredible. Now I have everybody that's buying chisels downstairs. I'd be like, hey, halfway through, or a third of the way through, do this
I
and
do that all the time now.
Yeah.
When anybody grabs a chisel and they stay to smoke. I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, you got to do this.
Yep.
And they look at me like
Like you're crazy. Like you got two heads.
and they're like, oh my god,
Yeah.
oh it's crazy.
Yep. Yep.
It happens every time.
So those are the two episodes that stand out to me the most. Those are so great.
All right. Well, we're going to wrap up the show now. We're going to be back on next Monday at 8 o'clock. And not totally sure yet, but Dan will probably be with us
More than likely.
Monday. But we'll have some special stuff next week.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And we'll be talking Valentine's Day.
I enjoy Valentine's Day. I don't know about you guys. I love getting my wife flowers. Considering I get her flowers probably every week, so.
Oh, that's so sweet of you, Nick.
Well, why wait until one day out of the year?
Just don't get her, chicken feather pillows, because she's going to know that you just went out in the backyard.
Slaughtered a couple.
I mean, by this time, she's made all types of stuff with
As long as
feathers.
it's not peacock feather.
Man, we had to talk about that the other day, man. Oh, we'll save that for the next show.
All right. Thanks for being with us tonight. We'll see you next week.
Stay smoky, my
Stay
friends.
smoky, my friends.
Not just blowing smoke.